headache. 11 September 2024. 11 September 2024. DJ F4 Katre Mampayi Nanado say one declare state of emergency. And what about this so? Galamsey DJ 11 September. Yanko baby out. DJ came out. President Mampayi Nanado.
Boy.
Someone declare state of emergency.
As usual. We're here to reset.
Alright, Mampayi John mahama why kakai DJ president no sulo no kwabra dumfo wo sulo Mampayi John mahama na ade
Which the Honorable Minister of Health will soon
inaugurate. Ye ne kromwa
a renewed focus
and a Ghana Water Commission for about until the PRC for the batu just yensu one said ya asai ko one here ye be kran su afra buchira ba Ghana na ne John Twanka and 2 years some training now one opportunity Mampayi didn't ho about for there say be bisa question bisa question be benefit Ghanaians the ordinary Ghanaian
Ne kana da hodo.
and I mean family car me free fieba me re ho ye ure bono hini gina na ma gina because we don't nipa me bunipa hey na dan sensam na Mampayi ko na say mo amu jejereje mo na mo ko fa baaye
Etumpa.
da ubi sam ya wanka hute
Ne kana da hodo.
wanka hute
Etumpa.
Mampayi ni ya to abama ni wie ye obeye Mampayi ni o awo win.
fellow countrymen and women are pledged to be. For the past 8 months, we've demonstrated that we're not here to continue business as usual. We're here to reset Ghana, to restore the soul of our nation, to revive its economy, reignite the governing board of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, which the Honorable Minister of Health will soon inaugurate. A renewed focus on agriculture, particularly through youth target. Fellow countrymen and women are pledged to be. For the past 8 months, we've demonstrated that we're not here to continue business as usual. We're here to reset Ghana, to restore the soul of our nation, to revive its economy, reignite the governing board of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, which the Honorable Minister of Health will soon inaugurate. A renewed focus on agriculture, particularly through youth target.
Answer what they buy and they say. Nya de be nyina mie ye noma bebre ho a ye be ye enti ye noma bebre be ni wie na ye ntimi anya and ye be decide say ye betimi declare state of emergency. Basic questions we be some Mampayi John Dramani Mahama.
Hey, mahama.
Is it because who can say Uba tena kunya so say Mampayi na
fellow countrymen and women are pledged to be. For the past 8 months, we've demonstrated that we're not here to continue business as usual. We're here to reset Ghana, to restore the soul of our nation, to revive its economy, reignite the governing board of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, which the Honorable Minister of Health will soon inaugurate. A renewed focus on agriculture, particularly through youth target.
Ne kana da hodo.
Yene kromha ana Joseph Yamin, third vice chairman, Emma NDC, Abanga, Attorney General, a buying lawyer paying. I'm not saying it.
Etumpa.
And the letter come out Yoko say, Eba illegal mining, Omukong, a woodum,
Ne kana da hodo.
and I'm from the investigation.
Etumpa.
And yet, man, Joseph Yamin, about one thing about two just say, task force, the diacono, yen you move through, no more German for Sikata man for.
Wait.
And by extension, him for the illegal mining. Excavators and a Joe, joy news and a Joe near Claire. Excavators, every port. I'm at the Barbon thing.
Etumpa.
In the space of 5-6 months, excavators and Kwan register about 5,000. Who have major project in Ghana? And yes, I'm poking since a one highway, no.
Etumpa.
Excavators a goose way new 40. Agraba, excavators a goose are poking since a one coin, so no, and 40. And the excavators are debia, ya crabba, brandis, ya bamba tracunasono, excavators here the yedding.
Hey, mahama.
Excavators no, ya the yedding. And then the Mampayi John Dramani Mahama who can say, "What be declare state of emergency?"
Hey, now before to be sir.
They say they are criminal. Basic question 1.
Kasa.
Yeah, illegal mine and say because of gold board, you know, you benya gold in bebrebe near their support to your city, near your artificial things, near tricky Ghana for one.
And I don't know, can you see?
Question 1. Guess what movie some paying John Dramani Mama? Because research about said, so say the galamsey there are practically a say
etumpan.
Nanyam run a PRC for about 1 just say, and so boy be cosro, and Kania boy be cosro. Because of illegal
fellow
mining.
countrymen and women, I pledge to be. For the past 8 months, we've demonstrated that we're not here to continue business as usual. We're here to reset Ghana, to restore the soul of our nation, to revive its economy, read the governing board of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, which the Honorable Minister of Health will soon inaugurate. A renewed focus on agriculture, particularly through youth target.
It's a basic question. Some police, if you can't not illegal mining, galamsey, omuntuasi no, omuwahi. Hana bisu task force no moti no, omuwahi.
Etumpan.
Aden ti omafiri dem.
And try now they film. No cry now they film. Yeah, the fra. No cry no ho.
And on to me medin tranche Ghana for you. Katra no. So am ampani, you tuanika. Taxpayers money the tuanika.
Etumpan.
And sinyan na dia fam, no cry na dia fam. Be honest to Ghanaians.
Etumpan.
Di no cry Ghana for kaka. Don't be a conman.
Etumpan.
And you want to say what dada nipa na be wi nipa no be kum nipa be say nipa.
Ye bomwa.
Bible asem no.
Ye bomwa.
Regina Bible so. Abo wo dada nipa wi nipa kum nipa. Fa yen ko ahuchirim.
Etumpan.
Adwuma na pem wo ntimi nye.
Ana pɛ de ara na ɔka no kulisi.
Ana wa wo nkrofo wa nkrofo MP ba ko de ekromo ahemfo nyina bo dwa say tem ana mu twa na so afiri kuro no mu ade asem a yese wo ye galamsey MP wante woni kroma no anya ni MP
Jenia kasa.
ento nya kan ye nyati
Me need time to waste.
akraba ye ni bre nanka sa hate jajaja akraba sa hate statement no ye be ko ho hate statement tena ye be di hu nkomo
Etumpan.
se de mampai John Dramani Mama when me say was signal bureau say wo bi ka bibia ye do ba to radar so ba bia wo say bia be ba be chew. Hey, are we serious?
Oka wie no so want ya
Se
say.
udi atama ye chi wo Ghana. I used to pay
Jenia kasa.
the mama. I used to pay
Jenia
sa
kasa.
kasa no hwan ne kai.
Etumpan.
The mama, I'm asking a question.
Etumpan.
Mr. President, with all respect, I used to pay hwan ne kan okruma. Stop it the atemu. We are kwasia. A whole sitting vice president. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, or referring to us, or you stupid. Yanchi.
Adafo me chacha mo nyina ema mo nyina kwa ababio at the mobile ras media so ene anwumre bio yes ene yasiamba dwaso ebedin komo kakra na yato aso na yatoto adwene ene mo nyina ache nsem a ewo ho no afa enti mesro se oba na wa like video no na wa share nso amame na odo nsa asi adoma no so wa won subscribe ye mesro se bo modra na subscribe na be kan busuankuo no ho said ye be ya ye ba life da bia obeti enka na oba be ka ye ho abusuan em se me kese onya subscribe ye afa nsasi subscription button no so a omo subscribe de omo nsasi so enti e ba sa na omo ye unsubscribe edra nko a enipa be se numa na nsia and ye unsubscribe which I believe say it is due to omo subscribe a bia me can say yeah unsubscribe omo de omo nsasi so na ama sa asem na abanti mesra wa se wa subscribe a adoma no na mesra se for nsa esi so unya subscribe ye nso de a na wo de nsa esi subscription button no so said ye be ya bibia ebeko kama na ejumadi no atumi ananti ye. Well, abusia enenso yasiamba biem yaba iso de ne yaba yes said ye munyina munim no eduru anwumre na ebosa abre we ya na se eduru se ras nso edene de kakra eba betwem na yenyina yache afa ene ye ba ya yensem a yede ba no emu dɔso pa enti mesro se bo modern na nya ntowase ma ho na nya bre na yenche nsem no one by one said ye ne fata na so eduru hwa wanya kwanya ede wo de aba betum yes ade ba kwa ho a eden ne pa ne se yewi acha man abronye yankopon adom ye gya no amana yefira ene okofie nti abronye wo ho no oye free man from today Monday Friday and obesan akọ court na according to sources no na abronye ne ho mfa na kakra because him say yesinya ma abronye the whole time na no says ho no when nidi e wo hoda because he don't trust those men sabion ka o son komonye Ghana police but tomako da na mo NDC police internam sabronye nji won tumunti no wanye den wa nidi da all the time okotena ase anase yedene kotum e wo police custody ho no and it's true abronye apie ni video ni yes enti said you no chairman odene ho abronye eye free man ye jano ama ene okofie na asemi a chairman kan ya won se o say amanfo hia ne I know say he was just making fun say amanfo hia no on the platform no so I know say he was just making fun na I think say Firo Chirakobiano, Abronye will be available on his shows. If Firo Chirakobiano know say he will come and put in bombs. Bet you children say mu amaya tibi. I say yen na so him say ajako enso owo kwanche ojina fichire Canada Japan eda so wo bromanim ho. Tim say Abronye ebeba be kansem de ahwinta yen akire yen. Ono ena fela no da bia kokoto ne pono so ntom ba be ka ho asem e de akire se de atie bia enti no kore an adofo amohwe me nyina e official abronye yamani bail with 50,000 Ghana cedi and one surety e ka one surety a ada some odi agapade bi obi agapade bi ana nipa bi a ogina mu brane ebe ma no se sa abronye dwane a ono sa nipa no yenko ne ho ne yenko bisa no abronye enti abronye a free man sabio sesi amena okasai owofia sabio okopaduane bi adi okobeba bi adware kama aye na ho nice na bre pam no oni ya behia enti abronye a free man today memfanchi ama atiefo kakra debra free man mechia oye pa imame no leader nyako memo akwa abaye imame estake badi ma mechia imame Vivian Kuma wonso mechia ena menwa panyin kwasi asamwa bonso mechia ye pa abusia mesro se won like video na like mame na dom into me emra and meanwhile no I answer because the main issues of the day no 1212 the economy ene ye sorry ya ade a yewura mahama e de aba beto abonten say apart from 1 Ghana cedi on every liter of petrol no and tumu kakra papa idi ba ebienie tienie pa ye was somebody po ye was somebody po Tommy mechia ye pa mi mami tis mi mo akwa ba lekedu mechia comfortment mechia Frank Kapo ena Abdullahi wonso mechia ye pa ye so de ba ya niema abeto abonten ni we a public alert the resetting agenda no egusu ekoso den pa the abeto abonten say petrol prices to be increased between 3.6 to 5.5, diesel between 2.2 to 4.3, LPG between 2.1 to 4.1, which it should be tomorrow. Ochina ye diet so dunsia e wo bosome nkrum e wo afem pemienu ene aduonu enum no ye the prices we ebeba fango edwaman so enti wo call pumps so ochina se wo kwakoto petrol ka hu se price na e wo ho no nye no bekwa akoto no ye de bi beka ho ye de bi aka ho aye official ene a bottle for crock anajo pepen wia ka hu se wo petrol wo diesel wo gas ni nyina no ye de bo no bi atoso we nyina no e resetting agenda na resetting agenda no eno a ena ye den ye de bremo saa na mahama e hye ye bo na ne bo no hye na ye nde ne ye ni gi ho eno na ye pe enam se Ghana for yasum ye nde yasum ye de ntino tumi koto aba edi koyi nipa bi a onse no mfata so bedi Ghana man so nipa bi a na yenim ne su ene ne ban dada nanso no yetumi kata yani ye ho ti se de ye hu hwe ena yekoto enkwase aba eno ehun sunsuanso ene de ye hu enti se de tie bia no sa na tie Sara enetie umpro untumi enye den untumi entwe wo ho emfiri ho se de beye no saa na beye patro no beto ubetua ho ka umpro ubetua ho ka enti no yes nsem na ye kan ya Ghana fo antie no afei ena ho nsunsuanso ahya ase a eba yenso na asemba akoso abeto abontena ema enipa dasani adwina wonte ase ne se ene dedu ya me no kasai se wankasa wabie u foreign currency account ebia na wabie dollar account ebia na wo euro account ebia na wo yenka ne sika bankurampo an wo pound sterling account ewo Ghana maimu na wo kase wo kọ akoyi a ewura mahama se men kan kiro se ubetua hey you are somebody papa I will say mama just 1 minute. Abusiamfo de oho no se wankasa wabre ananti nsuo se de na me maame esta ke bari meka no wananti nsuo ase akoya adwuma e wo UK e de enya o pound sterling bi wananti nsuo e wo Germany abonten so Italy abonten so na onsa kan usika bi na odi abie account bi o Ghana wankasa also awo dollars ene de kobia account re e wo Ghana maimu a wankasa wadamfo o papa ai John me muka mintie John memfa mo ho John Darega the all can say wo usika na wankasa de akoto bank ho no apart from bank charges e obetua ene comments binuma cost to be a obey den obetua e ama bank na bank de kakra be ma ban no Ghana buying in the name of His Excellency John Darega Dramani Mahama say ukoko $100 a free account wankasa hey wankasa falling account to ma John Mahama say obema na emu 5% enti on $100 no $5 on $1,000 no ya chichemu a $50 tiemi yepa on $1,000 uko $1,000 every wankasa usika wakura no bank biamu ewo Ghana ayeye foreign currency 5% no I was some farmer mahama enye sa usika onsenka Mimia Kakari TV Mwakwaba pa. Ena mimia Jaben wonso me Mwakwaba. Tieni ye pa. Asem na ye kan ha no emu eduru. We enye 1% on every 200 Ghana obe send by Momo. Then you run another de buy ya. Amanfo and this for a fan to say the campaign message for the election 2024. Say omon tiasema yile vinya jumano. And then President Mahama say or Joe 5% on your own money. And yes, service now uko you sika. Uko you sika free bank no. Mahama say apart from the charges ye tiane dada ewo banks hono ono no president no aban no Mahama na nkasa or due 5% resetting way oh dear I mean I can do more 5% to or just 5% out of your own money one wabratin fifrenya. The 5% that you have worked hard to earn, no. John Mahama say, farmer no, adentia, or ye supreme leader, adentia, or ye untouchable leader, adentia, or no na Ghana mine yene dear. Nipa war minum, and yeme war minum, sike war minum. Anything I want Ghana memono, Mahama diao, a yene dia, or no ne mamrani ye juma. Aye, ono ne decide what to do. Until we do sika kogu Ghana, pounds, dollars, ni euros so. Enkonko ibiem. Because I funny say bia. Ukita $1 million egu account sum. Ewo Ghana maimu na ukwa koyia. Wa hisika dodo odibema Mahama. 50,000 US dollars. And odibema John Mahama. Adentia, he is the president of the republic. Na yetumi atenase ama nipa asori de tia 1% of what them call momo transfer 1% to 1% now utia 100 Ghana e dia mo bi through mobile nanado and the government of Ghana will take just 1 CD out of it. Yes enti bida yes yenye den yenti bida eye krono akwasiafo mpanyimfo bi ntin kotra media so ekase na Ghana ye wo gold ye wo bauxite ye wo timber ye wo niema wo wiase nyina eno ntumi amoaye obi a wonye ne sika yakra bi a ode koma ne maame no ne 1 cedi na Ghana man hia so ode bechichire o man ene ne ene nye 1 cedi o eye 5% 5% nti yete wo ha 5% yete afru sika nom e wo ha na ye wie nso a patro bi a obeto no ya san so de 1 Ghana cedi atoso na ene ya san so de another additional increment aba abegugu so ene patro yatum efri ochina ko yatum efri ochina reko patro yatum dollar no so a wawene ne se ene eda 12.26 dollar no awene ne se den ene ye atwe so ekoya na ye bai abro yesi nipa dasani se wotiwi ase na wo se wo di se so so onye obi abro a oto bo ebo banya edan ba wo so se enkopa adwuma ma obi papa be ye wure firi se John Dariga Dramani Mahama na ye kanasem no ono nso no oye obi papa awure fire ba ye mu yankai ne ntem se ye wura Mahama ankasa na ye kanasem no ono nso oye obi papa enti se enkoto ba man Kofuado na ba de akire ye wura Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia enam se yesi omu wiye sika te se de ochena ni ho enti yankopa adwuma ma obi papa na mom yekoto abade ama John Mahama because one ne yesoro abofo a papa ne ba ye no apart from so see yenka nyina yenka yanontum mo bi ankasa no papa we follow the steps of his grandfather John J.D. John Rollins ordinance hyehyɛ your bottom the wie sika afiri your bottom directly and now my Ghana no ba bi obefa bia no John Daraga Dramani Mahama wiawo the obeye no man no bia papa ni wiawo but during his time or say adie bi a friend draconian taxes ebini levy obo obeye afiri ho betting tax obo obeye afiri ho ena jimifo no bo mo nsam enti yeyi 1 cedi afiri baabi yeyi 1 cedi afiri baabi betting tax na you saying 1% yeyi afiri ho but we are putting them on your diesel on your petrol and at the same time on your personal falling account would do one more than you nyansa na ye adwuma de anya ye je 5% ya free ho ye je 5% e de free ho eye no nko e na otega na man mu na uton gold koton a jo mahama say we ya aboa unimu nyansa wani mie ye eni kwansa wo ye adwuma mo mfaso enti gold na woto no fabra ono with gold board no monje entone wo bo mo pe emfiri wunsam na onu mbom koton ne amanone na onji sika kese no fa nkoma aban. That is communist status. You have to try to enrich the state and publish the citizens. Yamo mino enye sikani o mine ni ona wodi animu o munye o mo ho ni di enye tofe na nipa na o mote mine mu a o mo ye adwumadre no yema ohia enokoro won na da bia ye pagya mo ba ko ne ye de ba o mo abo o mo asore atu America edi achi ti se de yeye yenka ne se agenkwafo a ye pie mu ene ne monne yesi yempe capitalism mentality de ye pe ahu ene obi a onimu nkwase akeka de ye pe ene obi a otimi kata na ni twa ntro di etwa dapa eka de oni mede kire. That was what Ghanaians were after. Ene ne yakwa kwaji aba no ena nkwase afo betra konwa so yi. What is going on? Amanfo ahyase etiem say baby school. Ai amanfo ahyase etiem say ye bie school ochena na ye ne sika ni ho ehia sika e wo se enkoto wei ye se enkoto wei ikoto trunk ye kwa koto wei aduane praye spectors nyina ye de ababiem a PTA nyina na ye se mfamra printing fee ene ya hyase aye agye bibia ya hyase aye agye admission ye gine dendende yes yempe de ye wo yes yempe de ye yempe ade ye because you know we were born so bad to the point to say we are used to criminal mentality and to be no ye honest kakra we don't ye engineer ni se nipa ne ba no o ye de se ne fata ye no ye yakoma no ne ye adwene da ye tim no ye linked to yen can say corrupt practices. It is so obi ba no kese be mo akọ school free a in the mindset of others no papa ne bokro no nti so be mo akọ school free nti sa na tie dia enya adepa and then awaba no papa na osi oba within a shorter period of time double track obetwem ene kwase ampanyin heru na idrusu osi da ben 2026 he is going to make sure say obe spend $1 billion. Now they are eliminate double track. Now me bisa question say enti sa double track no se MPP amanyoko tena so enkopim 2028 ya enka wodwene say double track nka be wo ho nka enwo ho. Maybe by this year they could have even ended because kwanya na do danko kufu ado abanya faso esisi school dying across the country no I believe saying about 2026 they could have complete and they would have cancelled double track from every point of view. And then kwakuma nunuma achidi fo nkwasiafo no. Yes, your friend Crofo creative art. A Jimmy for Nanado Nquadre nice from AC theatre and enum across the country. Jimmy Kwasiampany bisen mahama ba o maneka. Kwasiampany bisen yeto tiko car bi mano. Jimmy bisen ye the car bi anane boy $4,000 emano ntino. Creative art for no enkotwa ba enfama mahama. And the creative art industry. Musu. Hey, do you all remember year of return? Me even sankama me mwakwaba pa. Abusi amon like video na mon shema me na yenko yanim. Minim se munyina moka year of return. Year of return. Year of return. The year 2020 any 2019 COVID hit the whole world, you know. Ghana, we made about 2.something billion US from year of return. And now I can say, the creative art, you know, they don't know what is going to happen. Because mahama year budget, you know, there is no allocation for the creative art. And now September, Nanando Bresono, by September say, now moi shall see, organize it. How the year of return is going to be held in December. December in GH. That is all interventions and anado. Nipo when is wadi hunu. Etumi kreti ya. Ebe ye bibi e nena na miro po mind biaswa. Na ye bogana dim because of December in GH. Akwasi afono ba ye no. Omo se, omo nye saade na anado di abano. Enti omo no omo kwa koya di bi. Yesi ye friend the Black Star Line. Abusia. Nano darega kasano o kasano kachire Ghana fo nyina se afiwe mu de afiwe mu omo ne budget e demand the Black Star Line as kire de se sa niema na nanado de ba ya na ekoso wo manum the year of return December in Ghana hwan ana America fo no ba diaspora na ba abrofo ba ebeji omoni wo Ghana no afiwe entumi nkoso adentia mahama se on niska or the be project sa event no bet or sika or the makwasi ampanyi ofusu kwa ache se fere so usu kwa ache 78 million se onfan pie sika mfa mankwasi a media houses or more minum na omo promote jo mahama se a good man enti hotel for mo be kire mo hotel for aborofu begumu a munya kakra gumu bottom mo ho bekire mo taxi drivers ebe hete mo amoton ya ne restaurant akese ebe hete mo wine bars babia yetonton nsa aborofu nsa wine ne hwan mo so mo ho bekire mo. The creative art industry ebegu third aban no sika na onya free diaspora ansana na omoba no sa sika na ebebo won de etoso mienu the aviation sector airlines ahodo na eba Ghana because of the diaspora ansa na omoba Ghana December be enjoy no afi we ebebo won and the airport is going to lose a lot of money. The government of the country is going to lose a lot of money. Mona papa ne se munti obaye ai Ghana for mun sorio na munti na John Darega mahama baye moso no mo be lose a lot because sika bi ni ho adwuma e ma na mo nya bia ye mo ana ye bo event na mo so ansuo koton no mo nsuo no na mo kwakoton no mo ana mo de ice kenke any other drinks ekwane nam shows na ase no mo afiwei mo nkobi mane ye because yewura John Darega I decided say there is no allocation for any afrochella ne offend den a year of return ne December in G also on this code be mamo aban papa and aba na aba dia ene montenam for this 4 years na momfa endosa dosa mo ho na we aso no yese say ya de pamaw na wanhu na wo de bone etuaka ehun sunsuanso no wo na obehu ene bie ne ene enti ahiafo ma na mo nam abonten na mo mubu mu pa na mo nsa na yebo krese pre na mo nsa na mo bu mu pa no afi wei event na ye ya na mo mani gi December mu no afi wei emma so ahiafo ma na mo ton nsu a anajo mo tunton ice water ne hwan ne hwan mo di nya bibi farmer kofo ne hwan na mo so de koto nkwasi aba no afi wei you will cry more mo besu ache mo besu because there is nothing yan so no diaspora na ye wa bruche na afi wei Christmas na ye ma we de bunya ho bibi o ye ma o me si afi wei yen omo mbeko fie kakra bi yen kofie yen ma o yen ma yenyina yetra ha montena se ho na choice na mo make ye no mo make sense out of it said the year 2028 duru a mo besua nyansa na mo de ato abapa say fe amanfo ahyase ate omo ho ase say the president is a certain president, QNet president. Oni bibia de maw. E deceiving. Na president ultimate you say bompaye na there are hard times ahead of us. Why they galamsey di Ghana? Why they galamsey di Ghana? But ubisa o president na to him no bibia ekoso kama. So there is no need to fight. IGP timi building men police for ankasa police for takum for swag omo ho edina omo nima kon so omo nko wuram na omo ne galamsey for no nkoko na yempam omo emfiri nsuo no ho a Joseph Yami to me trete wa o president no John Mahama or a week Kevin Tere to me trete no na ne ho popo I Kevin Tere to me tena ba bi owo o trete guy we ya na John Darega ne ho popo no sa kwa na oti Kumase Syria Ghanaian say friend Joseph Yamin etimi trete wo sitting president ne say enkromfo na ye de omo akogu wuram so omo nko na omo nkoko emfantia ona wo tu sika kokko wo kwambone so no yempam omo emfiri forest num na ono no Joseph Yamin ni NDC fo omo ntumi nya kwanya ense oman no ye forest yensuo ene yensas within 3 days na John Mahama tumi declare say the IGP men who were out there to fight against galamsey no they should all come back home obi amfiri gudam. That is what is happening. Etie na me no ka say galamsey no ebekoso akoso because wura no fie wura no papa no ono no ni adaje mamo otwitwa bia ye lay oti Jubilee House no receive amanfo enti wa obeba yenka se wenvre pumu eduru no ojaw ma wo ye de ope ye de oman no aye nango asidwa usika dodo ene kire de ode bekofie ye de oman no aye nango asidwa usika ne dodo ene kire nam dodo a ode bekofie we na yesi epe we have moved from a positive position to one of the lowest level of nation. Ene omanya utim ene na yeko wo ha ochena yekum we wo ha ade beche mobile money vendor na yaboni tu wo ha ochena yese am robbers nano German South former MP for German South yaw mafo efene ya mafo am robbers yakobroko no from Brekum to Drobo ya broko na agene ho niam anyina yi ne ho naked no gina ka akwa mfimfini a sitting former president sorry a former president Yes, I'm Roberts ya chine jina ho yi ne ho ne ma nyina. Ayi ne ho sika nyina, ene ye gya no no gina ka akwa mfimfini. Si yesi we ne ye pa, ese efata ye. Ese fata ye because mahama oni Ghana fo ani ne yie na oni Ghana fo ani ne yie da. Oni adwene ma Ghana fo da. Ye wade bi the ohwe ne say he want to build a kind of a rich and a strong family. Mahama family. Say ebe one of the richest in Africa. Etoba ye. All what he's interested and say Nimwe Ibrahim Mahama obenya good portion of the Ghana resources no wa manage na watumi community wealth. Watumi community wealth wonya ne ho eno na hia Mahama. Enti oba ye within shorter time watuma mato force na kwa akoye the West African Development Bank chairman. Okoya within shorter time bank na timi ama Ibrahim Mahama 100 million facility some fan konkwaje mines bi no nye ho adwuma. Kan we say Mahama be fra konwa so Sunday a day before handing over otumi katana ni the boxer the ankasa Ghana fo nyina boxer eton ma ni wia at no price. Amose maso edre Ghana fo se aso edre adentia Mahama wo position a onim kwan obefa so obedefe Ghana fo. Se John Darega at your position na numu kasa ede adentia oye froster oye goroman oye very good trickish oye very good scammer, so he knows how to scam people. What to me a scam even the nurses or no better than kunyaso oja won ofie one for one adwuma, a teacher for one for one adwuma, a teacher for the nurse for na omo kosuku a na sabra no omo hia some support. Se fa de teachers training alawa and nursing training alawa. Papa ni timi ji sa sika ne firi wo nsam but Tracy Boache de otimi to apartment de mano esi dan akese de mano eskoto dan wa amano ne de mano. Be papa ni timi ba bontin san eyeden ede na numu kasa etimi be deceive enkrofo no mo sofa under his administration no e mo sansan lie ekoto aba de mano menne ozo the president. Jack, wajimia ye dream falso na be betria falso mimia or say Anthony Mwakwaba. So wajimia, people will walk over you. People will use you for their benefit. That is what is going on. Enti no minor yetimuno. John Delegate na mane mahama mayati asese ye ka Ghana fo a ene ne NDC fo. Me se uko NDC fo no sumu a ye were levels of human being. NDC MP before the yenye Ghana for kure yenye nipa NDC for na yenye nipa but uko NDC no sumu a ye were levels. Ye were the higher level, ye were supreme level, ye were high level, ye were medium level, and ye were yen can say lower class level, and ye were sangwas for ankasa omono de ye the banche emo any anwa and a solve problems. I am the banchi any one and a solve problems. And to the economy, Radia Mokaya Kwawe. I have the video here. Asemo Kaya Akwawe and a Kojina Brikuma Aquatia openly in front of cameras. Etienne Mukase. Oh no. So okoto the minority leader in parliament ya and kobene de nka obekum papa we na kan sa asem no see no na mahama ye want to say the onte kurada onte ye and am so me ekochi abrom ye the pressure gu ni so ano ene setting no asan ye adwuma biem. Ye the picture we have about 12 on train but sivu yen say e no kore say wache sa papa we na me be ma don't let people deceive you e ntro e kontompo e boss le muka just deceiving message. Omoboa, omunchi obia, ye de bedada o. Na won so adwen say bia, NDC fo binom den face the justice. Omoboa, entro. Entro. The enti entro ne say, yechi abronye, they make it clear the court in which he was sent to. Police station I didn't call ye my hu ye. Akwa we oni azoka nso ye se ache no. Why na hu azoka picture bi wa bonten say ache no. Why na hu abra de azoka e police station na say ye didn't call court. Sa na omo bese be deceive ye e wa de we hu say omo ache akwa we. Ai hwenanim. Me ma me akua from me mo akwa aba. Sa so na dollar man wo so me mo akwa aba. Another lie kesi omo de bre ne so omo ache akwa we betenya no kore. Omo nchi obia. It is just certain, just to make it feel, because as same we see here, yeto akwati abai ewie ye on the 2nd of September na yeto abano, and then 15th. It is even more than 2 weeks. And then the publication you about bonten say ya channel ade na oko bosomen so ana. Ha? Akwa we na oko bosomen so. Ana no kwa America na eba ne saying ene ekwa akochi no. This is all because said the yakasa fa ho, said the yayede da fa ho, said nsema akwa we kan ye na ento asum na enya de bia o se police fo timi gina papa we nchen man kan nsema eti sent no aye gusu aye kanti no ene ye the publication bi ba abedisivu Ghana fo na Ghana for agiatum say mahama eye ho. Mahama is the ho. He's the ho. Abusienti de ekono no. John Darigade onya de papa bia edimo bia. Enti mfa wani daso. Emfa wani nkoto bibi so. Ewo mahama mamom. Se wo pese wunya ani daso bi wabra bomo a. Dwene se 2028 obeto abapa ama yewura and Yewura Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia aba be di president. Se woto aba ete saade a ene obetumi anya ni daso obi ewo wabra bom. Na se wo so di wani beto mahama so. Se mahama be ye bibibi, mahama na juma be ma ho atawo a, menua be ma. O ye den, o ha ho. Because promises omo make ye ni nyina no. In 9 months, aban we na ye the first ever president elect and a president being in 9 months. Ni hu aye hi. Nana Addo Dankwa in his 4 years, he was a fantastic darling guy for the whole Ghanaians. Mahama just 9 years. Ni hu ye obi ahi because you be on kanokre or you kontomponi or you nabramba. Eno ni ye ne. Mi maame Paulina Antwi ni mo akwaba ye pa. Na yento aso na yenko yanim ti mahama ene ne nkwasi asem
ba kwa me pe wo John Mahama ho ne se onti obia oti wei usu kan wa ermo wa yo danfu hu enye hu doctor from go strike oba pammo entua mo ka eti John Dramani Mahama nyamisro so wo sa titi sum no ewo mu won pentie Ghana for yesu
enti eno ano no mahama de mfo wani ntu ne suo no omfa ho kura o ka no na oye ne mo na busie tie mahama nsem bia na o ka ne wo ha o tie.
When you were looking for your votes, President Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, said, "We shall open the opportunities of this country to all Ghanaians, irrespective of your party or your ethnic affiliation." Do you remember he said that? So we did the revolution, and he came to power. Now that the pigs are enjoying, they say some Ghanaians are more Ghanaian than others.
And to repeat the same thing, sir. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo betena Ghana konwa so. Enam kwan ye ofa so a obu oban no. Enam kwan ye onam so a obi the opportunity for everyone entino. Enam so mo no ankasa ni party fo ma eda so e criticize no. Say minya bi kura nka na minya hwe kura nka attorney offenders and OSP. All the 2 OSPs Nana Danko Akufo-Addo appointee omo. They were not NDC men. They were not MPP men. No, background of being an NDC. Bernardo appointee omo. This Bernardo can say he's going to open the opportunity for every Ghanaian, no matter your party affiliation or your tribe. I think Bernardo was right and he did it. But who Papa Oya Ujina who would dear? He bet to me I say, I no kre. So Bejina can say the Ghana is in a mess. So we should vote for you so that you come and reset it. But who bedru ye and now I'm quote semo more enjoy, you know. Now that you pigs are enjoying, no. More my atia wants to say there are difference between Ghanaians and Ghanaians. And they say, and this for a very welcome and MPP for Yantu Mungu because Obaye Yahu Nes for our Pamomo Abanya Juma Yafua Hodo our Pamomo Kogufi Adentia also they belongs to MPP. Yahu police for near soldier for near Fawon Ashawon and Tadia Obaye also they are not part of your party, and for that reason you have sent them back home. And Mahama, Assembly of Honor, you are a statesman. So I don't know opposition. But the way supposed to believe, say you are a statesman. You cannot call a certain president the pigs are enjoying. Mahama, someone can you? Or say now that the pigs are enjoying. So I believe man prekono, omuji omwani no, omusi Ghana no, Ghana for no. Papa, I think that this message, you know, we can actually say, His Excellency John Dariga Dramani Mahama, when he wanted your vote, he came out there and said, he is going to open the opportunity for all Ghanaians. But now that the pigs, the NDC pigs are enjoying, he's telling us to say there is difference between Ghanaians and Ghanaians. This message is directly to John Dariga Dramani Mahama. We can fix you directly into this message because what's them now okay, you know. And no one near esefata. Papa me say, asem na okay is a see, you know. And no one near ya woman na ya to abama no. Effective kama. Effective very well. It's Bronibeka perfect. And also a soul hunamu. It is like you. A feto kama pa. Eti now Preko bi to say when on crop for more enjoy no. Oba someone say MPP for we are different from other Ghanaians. John Dariga, this is what I wanted to tell you concerning this video that you made. Yanto asuni enko ya nim na nsem ho ne. Nsem ho ne say Mokai akwawe. Yanto. Papa we ne ho aba asem bebre. Ne ho asem aba ne say when he was in opposition, or can sama hodo be ene ama kwawe ojina microphone nima. He cannot see when the interview will finish. Ojina microphone nima na okasa public area. Kwasi ampanyi no OKUDZETO ABLAKWA. Okojina nipa nim na okasa. Utimu se ne ho popo no pa. He cannot or count on time when the speech will finish. Adentia because wakeka nsem bi no ma ene aso ne mene ono ankasa onhu de onka yentie no ha concerning galamsey.
The incoming president, President Mahama, just as he has announced that he will set up a commission of inquiry on looted lands, I am hoping that he will set up a commission of inquiry on galamsey. We must identify all the actors from the top. I'm not interested in these errand boys who are in the pits. The real masterminds, the cabal, the doyens, they must be named and shamed They must be sanctioned. And I will wish that we totally stop small-scale mining. Let's just ban it for a period. Let the environment rest. I don't mind 10 years.
You mean illegal or both?
Both.
But people have licenses. People have made investments.
It doesn't matter.
Legitimate licenses.
It doesn't matter. Look.
Unless you are prepared to pay a lot of.
We must.
A lot of compensation.
If we are not willing to take radical steps, then let's forget it. Let's forget it. Look, a lot of these licenses. Are you aware that there are licenses in forests? Licenses that should not have been granted in the first place.
But that's different. Sammy, that's
yes.
different. Yes. So if there are licenses that are illegitimate that were unlawfully granted.
So look, we are saying that we are not interested. In any case, what are we getting? You've seen all the reports, the smuggling that goes on.
You're getting, this year alone.
As compared, what is officially registered, as compared to the smuggling, what actually other countries are getting, is peanuts. Commission of inquiry. We go after the real McCoys. We sanction them. We place a total ban for a good number of years to reclaim our environment, to restore our water bodies, and then after 10 years, we can really decide on what we do. If we are not willing to take radical steps, anchored with integrity of leadership. Because look, under the name of they are sponsoring parties, they are, who are those they are sponsoring? Who are those they are sponsoring? Those of us close to party financing, we know the struggles it is to campaign and to I mean, who are they? They go and identify a few people. They themselves are the ones financing themselves out of their nefarious activity. Have you ever been approached by any small scale man? I don't know them. These so-called galamsey people. Who are they sponsoring? Who? And at where? Please, let's go after the real McCoys. Let's have this commission of inquiry. Let's punish people. Let us stop this small-scale mining for a considerable number of years. Let's let our environment, which we have so raped and brutalized, breathe. Because this is a survival issue. And I will come back to the complicity of this notorious Lands Commission. Since the minister has invited us to this national debate, we will have the national debate. I'll come back to that.
All right.
Enti mimia sauti ni yepa. Kwa siampanyi ni we bra not opposition no. No say we should put ban on small scale mining. Esen consider then Minister of Land and Natural Resources so you notorious. Mimia samodo kuno memwakwa bapa. Temi yepa. Dollar man. Say Jimmy foreign minister way. Or to opposition no. Or say yemfa band them to their bench so small scale mining so. No matter either you have lances or you don't have lances. But no. Yen shutting down the mining sector of the Ghana's economy because of say galamsey say Ghana ye nema say ye Japade or say ye Dutch. Menene ya adwene. But I have a question for Kwasi Ampanyi na OKUDZETO ABLAKWA. OKUDZETO ABLAKWA and you are cabinet minister because you are the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs automatically no osanso a cabinet minister. France I was saying kayen some fight. Have you proposed that to your Darega Dramani Mahama? What propose you? 9 months in you. And now me no say Abushamfo. From Asadedonko Eratsus. I don't know. And a journalist what to ni who see what on ne galamsey for ko kwaye no nu kira ene 99.9 galamsey so mo Ghana nyina mo ye ndisi for enkrofo mo hye wuram a omu to galamsey ewo Ghana mamu ene no 99.9 omu nyina eye NDC fo na edruba bi na ye kase mahama eye the galamsey kena enye fojo okomia bra mahama breso first time mahama bedi Ghana konwa eye sabre no mu na galamsey sha ase wo Ghana mamu mechanic galamsey je kufo breso ya anti galamsey ho asem but mahama bedi Ghana konwa ne nkwasi bilateral agreement ne relational on China for e continue and no cause sa China prisoners e de omobegu Ghana no mutu nkwasi galamsey enenti a yewura na nado dankwa kufado bedi Ghana maya na galamsey agi Ghana maya fa because yeti ye man no mu dada no yeti ye man no dada since 19 kwajo ho Ghana fo nkora omote the areas a yenim se gold wo ho no omokoda bia akoye pole ekotutu to gold bi hohoro e di twa omo anum. They have done it for very long time, but a situation of which we are living today ebi ensida until when akwa ya mahama ya mana kwanya mani bedi Ghana konya all the China phobia na ebubo omudin din akese ashanwan ne hwan enye na nado aban so na omo setre wo Ghana wo NDC breso no mo be setre Ghana na the enti John Daligan to me am fight galamsey in his first time and say na nam set say ne ya NDC form painful na no mo ne China for na ye galamsey no wo man no NDC form painful and I know mo ye galamsey wo man no enti ya dibia na nado came in and inherited it, but and I'm saying this for no money campaign message into no akwabi di se OKUDZETO ABLAKWA etum megina bonten accuse na nado as ono na di galamsey ba o man no ene me bi se OKUDZETO ABLAKWA se na nado enti aban mu biem yewura na nado danko Akufo-Addo enye president biem MPP aban MPP amanyokuo omoni tumi bi ewo oman no mane biem sa nipa no so ye notorious foreign minister no onye foreign minister biem sorry onye land and natural resources minister biem ene the land and natural resources omo minister no oyen this na efe na amamoa enti ba ne sen ena galamsey ene ayewos na bu share video we na ti the commentary na e wa chire no na bisa me say where are we going as a country where
they meet the press series no on galamsey among for ne ma nyaje omodwen say dia the time president baby na eya say ye be ye adwuma we nyina say ye bo ye kwaye ho ban ye bo ye nsu ho ban sabi sani mano eni ho mami Erastus ana ubia ewo ho mai nyina boye ho ban na ye si etu agudie na ebetu no kwan pa so no ya kata ye ni ye bone na obi de ne ho asi ho IGP nkofwe me no mo na nenam enti a president ka fa omo ho ene ni amanfo keka fa omo ho enu entro amanfo twa sani ebe ya ebe pam omo free field na omanya kwan abora forest reserve akoye adwuma na ya ese areas a omo pam galamsey for free editi omo excavators ebe parking wo Kumasi depot of shelter belt omo CZB wo ho Jimira extension forest reserves ni nyina wa twamampo no omo echichi amanfo GG excavators e de begu depot Kumasi obeka ya Regional Security Liaison Officer and try so be science excavators let you host their man and crop for and ye Gina Musa Daddy yen and almost the excavators in the by. And then areas now IGP crop for the year Jumani now. Because of near CIA redraw IGP in Crawford and then almost quick to us about more. In the Oko a offense shelter belt. And you have two section. Amount for quick to metro men any other day at the excavators who bears and our to be in the Omugo. Last week, Mekan Wasem would be Uncle Pamomo. This week, the Saka Wasem. Offense shelter belt to her a Penco section. A also metro men for go a party executives, NDC party executives for NSO Mukutupa. Our Bronos was some Goyajumao.
Did you just say that?
Jimira extension, forest reserves, a house about Vogum.
Asam na oti ya na oti ni yie pa. Enye nipa boni ibunum ne free man fufuro bi so eye galamsey na aye koso aye de se nso no. Eye NDC men, regional executives binom, district commanders binom, ena omo etu galamsey ne dendende. Enti se me hwe video we. Na me kokobon kwase video bi. Ebi te se de na OKUDZETO ABLAKWA ekesa te se de mahama anase NDC for omunim bibia fa galamsey ho a na mebuafo hima you are welcome, you are not late, we are almost at the middle, you are welcome. Sami jasi nso mo akwaba semi video we evidence yo, these are evidence based videos. Ye chiche excavator say ye chiche na regional chairman bi akogina say yem fama no mfama ne nkrofo NDC regional chairman. Yasesa mfidie na mfi wuram ba bi omodi di abro na ye di seasons omuntumi nya adwuma no na NDC regional chairman timi anante pam akọ police station ho say yemfa mfidie no ma no mfama ne nkrofo. IGP nkrofo so omoko galamsey no for real so a eno so John Mahama ankasa pammo afi ngure no so omunya ma Joseph Yamin ene ne nkwasiafo no eni agro na yenya Asante regional minister, young guy or the TikTok so hey yehuna man Asante regional chairman na yenya no yo gab media me ya mwakwaba na yenya Asante regional chairman yankasa or the TikTok so ena mpatamu ho Asante region nie se western region nie ebom na yes nsuo na wayi nani ana ote TikTok any Facebook odi some phone. When we get the atu ene, you see why Ghana for your pensema de ye probi onimu dada ye probi onimu nsema mfaso ni soka. That is what we like and that is what we follow. Na OKUDZETO ABLAKWA de Nyankopon hatasoro ene betua ne kapa. Nyankopon ebetua ne ka. Na ye koyanim he akwa we nso yo gap I'm doing very well, thank you for asking. Sa akwa we say fene feris ofusu kwache enkontompo ni bia ni wiase o chene feris ofusu kwache o mi wiase amebaayem akwa we ne yetimi koto no. Okay, don't worry, Miriam. But we'll call life for me. When I'm a bit about join now. I want to come there one day. I will try to make sure so one time I will come. Papa, will join friend of Fusukwachi or you contemplate to the highest level. We need to make question so near bash a dime. You trying a video, Ojinaho. Yeah, I follow you, yes, of course. Ye trying video so jina bani demo to me dine and you can't say no so jina dino. Just a contompo tro. Ntro. Yeah, I'll follow you, Gap. I follow you. Fedis usu kwachi wei. Etimbe jina bontre kanchire Ghana for so because we say yeah we have short memory. Almost Ghana for a short memory. Almost Ghana for you were there you were short memory. And tenam so many say you were short memory, you know. The omoya ne say nsema omo keka ya ate afọ omo kon ho a omo hu kwa ombe fa so ntino omo ba na omo be di ntro a kire yen omo ba na omo be di ntro e di a kire yen omo ba na omo be twa nkontompo e di a kire yen Dinti American sha. Fediso usu kwachi say Mahama never gave timeline for ending galamsey. Temiyepa. Fediso usu kwachi say Mahama never and ever gave a timeline for ending galamsey. But ye ko asiye kakra ne ye hwede da ho ya. John Dariga Dramani Mahama ni social contractor enam sumagana for koto aba edemano no enye or say ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves. Tio Mahama's first 120 days contract, Mahama's 120 days social contract with Ghanaians, you know. Papane can say he will ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserve in 120 days. Roll out our Tree for Life and Brew Water initiatives to heal and sustainably harm the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal miners into economic and ecologic recovery hub. Papa should have banned so be camp for be din trona chiro bebre. And so Freddy so usu kwachi timi be jina Ghana for anim say Mahama has never ever said he was going to end galamsey in time. Abusia ade we ya me kan kire we it is part of the NDC social contract. But for the so kwachi kontompo ni kromfo wudini etumi be gina ho ebuwo eneme se ye jimifo ye nimu nyansa ye nkaya ade temiye pa. What hurt a lot then they say, George, mahu why I'm looking at you. What hurt a lot then they say, this is a disrespect. This act of this man, it is showcase say, or believe we say, Ghanaians are fools and we don't even remember, we don't read and we don't understand what is written when we read. Because it is unacceptable, say, social contract, I know my man is signed ye, to me about 1 thing after 9 months. I be denying. So only a man for his contract, you know. And this guy is the spokesperson for the president. It is very a shame. This is very, very, very a shame. And it's something that needs to be what? Addressed. Ferisusu Kwache must stop lying and taking Ghanaians, assuming we are all like them. Na yento asune yenko yanim na yemfa nsem fufuro emremo. Tie video we na yento ado. Tie video we.
They must be for people who love this country and who understand the state of emergency. Yes, we have to declare it. Declare a state of emergency and go back to the drawing table. We know what the problem is.
That was Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, who eventually became our Lands and Natural Resources Minister, speaking ahead of the 2024 general election. At the time, illegal mining had left scars Ghana had never really seen before. River bodies were poisoned, forest reserves were destroyed, and humans felt the horror of the menace. Several mining communities recorded cases of children born with deformities and, in some cases, childhood cancers. The ruling party as of then, the New Patriotic Party, put in structures to handle the situation, but the opposition NDC had other plans, and President John Dramani Mahama, who was then the flag bearer of the opposition NDC, promised all of us a reset.
I can relate to the recent cynicism and massive mistrust you have in our body politics because the current government has been undeserving of your trust. The challenges of today might seem insurmountable, but I urge you to look beyond the present and dream with me of a reset Ghana, the Ghana we all want.
Months of campaign with calls by the NDC for a declaration of a state of emergency. Power moves to their side. 8 months down the line, President Mahama has his first meet the press encounter, and my colleague Joshua Kojo-Mensah asks him this.
I'm glad to hear that you personally are telling us that indeed steps have been taken to repeal LI 2462. But then I want to find out from you, the pro-environmentalist groups and then civil society, they want this declaration of a state of emergency. Where's the difficulty in declaring that state of emergency? Thank you.
I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency. We have the opportunity to arrest anybody, to confiscate any such thing. There are laws for forest protection and all that give us enough powers to be able to act. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should be the last extreme, the last resort. So for now, let's exercise all the powers we have.
The government has indeed rolled out several interventions. The Blue Water Guards to protect rivers, National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariats or NIMOS to coordinate enforcement, and police deployment under the IGP. But the IGP's men were later withdrawn, citing operational overlaps.
We called off the IGP's anti-galamsey task force because they are supposed to coordinate with NIMOS, that is the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat. Unfortunately, they were not doing that.
Months on, many activists say the fight against illegal mining is failing. The matter has escalated to fighting irresponsible mining, an umbrella covering even licensed miners who are not conforming to best practices.
To ask for a state of emergency to be declared. What has changed? If anything, things have gone from bad to worse.
When it comes to the issues of galamsey and in addressing the matter, what we heard from him were all excuses. The way the galamsey issues has been addressed on the ground, the matter, the issue is escalating significantly.
So what exactly is the state of emergency? Under Article 31 of Ghana's 1992 Constitution, it can be declared when lives, public safety or essential services are under threat. It gives the president powers to deploy security forces, restrict movement and shut down harmful activities. These are steps many believe could finally curb the illegal mining menace. Just weeks ago, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwakuhene, confirmed that armed miners had re-entered the Jimira Forest Reserve and Offensive Shelter Belt, areas that were recently recaptured by the state, and President Mahama himself confirmed this during his Meet the Press encounter.
Over the weekend, the Jimira Forest Reserve and the Anria Futu section of the Offensive Shelter Belt was re-invaded by illegal miners after these were handed back to the Forestry Commission. The military is currently working with NIMOS to repossess those reserves and establish a permanent presence in those liberated forest reserves to prevent re-incursion by illegal miners.
activities of illegal mining keep intensifying. At least in recent times, we know what's been happening in the Manso area of the Ashanti region and Takwa in the western region. Clashes reported between the military and town folk. Need I ask, how much longer can the Ghanaian people wait for this ecological destruction to be completely eliminated? Well, this is Tutu Adanso reporting for GH1 Television and Star FM.
Eti abusiamfue se oti OKUDZETO ABLAKWA in opposition se otiem we must to ban small scale mining for at least a good period of time with integrity of the president. Nine Ghana for who we so koto abadema and this amanyuku. Na me bo video we chile say afei and this for buy no. Afei mpo na galamsey na sha asia e kosoro say Ghana yensuo no mo. What would you say? Me Franco Vimo akwaba. Dia na obeka. E chile will say yes. Enkrofo no mutu galamsey no. Omu ye NDC for. So OKUDZETO ABLAKWA catcher say they said the galamseyers are sponsoring the NDC and other parties. Enye no kura. Bra panyini. Yeti say akwa we are friend. What is the name? Akwa kokono Kumasi. What is the name of the guy? I always forget his name. Oh, that Syrian guy. What is the name of the guy? Say chala me boni thing. Onu bejina badwa mu kan say ye hwehwe sika dia galamsey for ye good. Osi galamsey for na ye consider omo to be criminals no. Omo na ye adwuma ma mahama ba akonwa so. Tiemi yo. Sa NDC chairman no Kumasi no. Akwa kokko no. Syria ni Ghana ni no. Onu bi na no kan say eyomo galamsey for ne sponsor mahama ye adwuma mahama ye den. Ebe di Ghana konwa. Sa abre no ye hu omo so omo ye criminals. Enti adenti ene de mahama be di akonwa. Na opese omra wona adwuma se. We natural how dishonesty the NDC leadership omo ye ene kwanya the NDC leadership emu Ghana for no omo believe say Ghanaians are fools and any period of time ye election biano they can fool Ghanaians and they can get it through. And this amanyo kono person say Ghana for ye nimu nyansa ye Jimmy enti say Drew campaigner said the mahama kaya no ye betimi atwa ntro de akire manfo na manfo na koto aba de amaye anya hwe ye bedi akonwa na then we do what we want to do. Yes me mami Afro papa bi or say it is Yamin. Yes Yamin ba bonte bekai and they are actually executing what Mahama said. We fooled you through the campaign, and when we come in power, we do what we want to do. And Timothy Amanone, Moti Babina Moto Boba Park and so, the Mammy Elizabeth Cham Mwakwaba. Namuye de NPP4, and NPP4 ne to galamsey, and no more by mo the galamsey situation is worse. And so among her, dear Yana say, ye will nipa bring more Ghana memoir, society ne community or motiano. Omo ne pipe wo ho omo ko sansuo wo nsutinem no wano omo ko sansuo wo nsutinem no wano, especially the western region. Okuka, one of the most poorest areas in Ghana, western region is part of it. And uko western region ye wo nkura nkitinkiti bi no mo wura ma pipe we bi ni ho. They all drink from the river. That's a river in so and ya turn on to tea a natural tea. I say ya any papa ye then wa no munsuo and the river see and I yedi mercury a good man I yama unum sansuo na enche na wo yare na wawu unyem na no munsuo we ya obewo ba na wo ye sabi nyanko Monfam cheme. Now buy a ba fine. Sana edibu omai. Sana edibu omai. Bra na do kase. Galamsey no enye partisan. Galamsey na ekoso no eni kwanse ye ni politics. Sikatu na manfu itu ne sa no, it is not political. A national canker. Ye Jimmy Fobru metna bontin bit semi jamfunum kan say omo ne adaje omo ne esum ebedi agro. Okasa oni adaje oni esum ebedi agro. Do you know whom he was referring to? He was referring to say MPP4 esum ena omo NDC for no omo ye han. So they are not going to do anything with Nanado Danko Kufuado administration. And Nanado, epe kwambiswa, oba get rid of this galamseyers, no. Na NDC for show mumu kanka se monye na ene be mo win election. And now muye wie ya ebe ye won de no. Kwan ben so na Jimmy for mo be fa so a mo be pam mo ayeye. Omo na ye adwuma ma mo. Omo na ye de convince amanfo mo mkoto abama mo. Omo na sponsor mo campaign. Ene mo be ye den na mapam mo. Wo say na eme mo. Na wo he amaboa. Wo nyankopon oye ne niema nyina pepepe. You are the land and natural resource minister. You have all the kutupus to take any action on the land because we are the minister of the land. You decide what should be done on the lands of the country. They are not your position, no. You were calling for what? State of emergency. And then, Yankupon Chadie, Yechiche Abetiano, ye the land and now person protect me, they are showing some. And then, when Numa Semaka wanum, unim dear. Any and church now the man anado a bind so yana kautim Jimmy obetra media nima na wusu obetra media nima na way wanim tuntum wanim say ya show prensa na wusu kwasi ampanyini yesi ankoto ayeda some mo president say my nimu atem ye bedi mu atem mo bedwane afra konwa no so because mo Jimmy dodo mo di bibia ye politics because mo ne nimdeɛ wa amanyo sem ho mo ye campaign a mo ne message enti nkwase akeka ene nsɛm a mfaso ni so ɛde ɔman no kɔ ahokyerem ɛna mo de ye politics Ronaldo ka kyerɛ John Mahama say onka ne ɔmegyina bonten kan kyerɛ Ghana for say he is against Galamsey no papa we begyina nipa nim asɛm ɔka ne say if he comes in power obi bia ya chiwa ye de wakotum se waye Galamsey bia no ono no obema waye obeyi free obema amnesty because he was attracting the Galamseyers to go and vote for him. One say ne se soldier for na police for no ko se omone Galamsey for no ko a enkrofo no muntu amedika bia mo they go they crash with the military men because ye wo MPB or NDC ni on befa fo afre no so on kan che soja fo so on san mo achi ye wo MCB a ye be frɛ no kan che ne sɛ soja fo aba ha on so befa fo afre kan sɛ mo san mo achi ye wo district chief executive bi a ye betumi afre no amana frɛ soja fo na pa mo free site. This is the situation in which we are now today because it is the NDC hooligans. Any of my ministers, any of my MC for any DC for any to Galamsey no war minum because ye no mining can call to me na yepe to me a bit to me the export to cocaine to me a bit to me a dear real miner japadia a dear mahama busia and no ye Ghana for and then a mahama buying everywhere. Oh, Simon must say, why na modio umbe Galamsey tokwa musi brew water guide and him as a man, as a woman, and kwasiafo miensa a job for the boys, a Jimmy phobia, omu pistol da, omone omu kita machine gun, AK-47, any two akesiye krek krokro, the estimated 45 times, omone na ekoko. Hey, na mahama, we a junkie wahu. Ayo na mahama. Bibi how ho. Bibi how ti. What the hemfo na ekokun galamsey. When sa junkie for as a man as a woman for no do omukọ eden. Odi omukọ kun galamsey. Na galamsey side won ko hoda na. Se won ko galamsey side ma me mfo ko galamsey side. Na kohwe etuo ni sekan ekita won. Etu akese ekita won. Na wo se hwan bodyguard for se hemfo se so mo ye ma o so mo ye mema o. Wenom na odi omukọ kun hwan. Wenom na odi omukọ kun de bai.
National anthem.
Yantobase nkrofo we na mahama so odi omukokun ayi no. Odi omukokun galamsey. Site okọ amanfo kita machine guns akese no. Nkura we ye omotu bini. Ajimifo we ye omu tuo da. Omu no odi omukọ eko face machine guns. Any tu akese. Hey, Ghana for. Ye who be rough. Ya boy ya mutuo. Ya anka se ya jai ma manfo de adwene de agro. Ya ton ye daache e de ma wona wonse na won fata se ho se nkomundi anim. Ene ne ye ne de ekonie. There was solid that Jimmy for solid that Jimmy for they still believe in Mahama incompetency. Head that son in the media so defended Papa we incompetent president. Mr. I drank. Mr. I'm always done. I'm always drunk. Now Papa there Otimi kwaji deportees the bani krum. Hey Mahama, you're a very useless man. Meme ti abrochire bebre yeso ti abrochire. We know say before an European country will decide to send you back to your country, it means you have committed a crime. Especially so ya Salum Sikane said the Osanko Kuroma. Echere say uye wudini. Wow, se me bo bia ka kire me. Every the see a man for her. Unkita nkrata na wankwa nkodi boni bia edene pass ye do be ko kurom ye chiwa wabi se wasiki asylum. But John Danigadramani na no anka se na numu ton o se America ban se afi we sika omode beba Africa maimunu so. Entenam se so antino e wo se Ghana fo yem position ye ho in a manner America for ebetimi ama yisika kakra enti sa na tie dia okoji deportees de omo abagana maimu he me sa papa no wahu yankopon ata so na betua neka. Very senseless and shameful man. Said the America for the money sikanti no yen kwaji deportees inform megu oman ya yetime na Nigeria fo age abo omo so yen kwaji Nigeria fo ne Gambia fo ade omo ye ne wamanone bebre wi ton ene aduro ne nkwase asem na omo di ne wamanone a abrofo kro omo kita heavy security omo ntumi contain omo wo do Mahama ne Uburu boys na mo beje sa ankrofo ndi aba okrom papa wa mani paweda ho na dabia o surprise yen emete ho say yes, anyone who voted for you is actually somebody who does not deserve to be a citizen of the republic. Kemiye pa dabia ada de be chi bia papa yi o ma ye firi sorry say you will and your president because ye also say be kasa nkwase akeka na obekeka saa enkwase akeka na obekeka saa na obra so na ukọ Kenya nsa sembia yento aso ne enko ye nti ekudzeto ABLAKWA ne nkwase asembi o atie.
Presidential jet arrived in 2010. The records in parliament, please check the parliamentary Hansard. We were told that the presidential jet has a lifespan of a minimum 20 years. So 2010, when the aircraft arrived, plus 20 years, that gives you 200, it gives you from now to 2030, from 2010 to 2030. That's minimum 20 years. Now we all know that with these aircrafts, if your maintenance regime is good, if you take good care of the aircraft, that minimum 20 years, you can even double it. Our Ghana Air Force, the Communication Squadron, which is in charge of presidential jets, is celebrated the world over for their high maintenance culture. We all know that. If you take in Ghana's history, this is our 4th presidential jet. The Fokker 28, which a champion purchased for us in the 1970s. Our Air Force has been able to take very good care of Fokker 28 for well over 35 years. So even this minimum period of 20 years, you can see that it's very generous. It can go beyond that. Now, I am even more fortified in the position I take that the minimum period of 20 years could even exceed that, because a country like Namibia, a Falcon, theirs is a much older version. Ours was a newer version, the 900 EXE. The Namibians bought the 700 EX. And all of this information is available online. Viewers can check if I'm peddling any falsehood. So the Namibians bought theirs in 1990. They are still using it. Ours arrived 2010 and we are making excuses. Excuses that are unfounded, that are baseless. Excuses that we have asked. You say that these claims are coming from experts. We have been asking in Parliament. Tell us who those experts are. Let us see the evidence of experts telling you that don't use this aircraft for a long-range travel. Up to now, they cannot tell us. They cannot produce or adduce any evidence to that effect. Now, the Namibians, President Gengob of Namibia, is using a Falcon 700 EX, which they bought in 1990. They are still using it. The last UN General Assembly, when I tracked, and I've been tracking this, I have the systems to track this. President Gengob of Namibia used their Falcon, which they bought in 1990. Over a 30-year Falcon. He used it to New York, to the General Assembly meeting. Only in September, a few months ago. All these meetings the president is attending. That's what the Namibian president, President Gengob, has been using. Take President Macron of France. His aircraft that he's using now also arrived in 2010, the same year our presidential jet arrived. President Macron of France is still using his presidential jet, which arrived in 2010, the same year, 12-year-old aircraft. That is what President Macron used when he visited Ghana in 2017. That is what he used when he went to Rwanda.
So you're making
a few months ago.
You're making the case that the aircraft is not old enough to be retired.
Yes. So, yes. So please, it's important to really bring my point home.
Okay.
Take the United States of America, the famous Air Force One. When was it purchased? You can check. 1991. That's when the Americans purchased Air Force One. That is what current President Biden is still using. President Obama's period, they began discussions about changing it. That is now reached its lifespan. Is, after 30 years, they want to change it. But President Trump, when he came to power, said that the plans for the replacement was too expensive, too elaborate. So he suspended it and reduced the cost and the scope. President Biden has also suspended it because of the pandemic. This is the world's wealthiest country, the United States of America. They are still using Air Force One they bought in 1991. We bought our presidential jet in 2010. It arrived. And we are making all kinds of excuses now.
Enti abusiamfo akwa wenya ntobase ekotra ho kokyerechire mu say up to 2032 the brain of the president no ewa hodren enti ni kwanse toche jet fufuro bra enne kwasiampanyi wenya akwanya na ebisa na question na instead of him to eat the humble pear and apologize to Ghanaians no Jimini wait to me we Ghana for him kase Ghana for mo ye moa. But that mo je to me awie. Enti nedie. If the presidential jet is not fit for purpose, let's sell it and purchase another one. Enti OKUDZETO ABLAKWA say, say presidential jet no, enye fit for purpose wa. Yenton na yento fufuro for the safety of President Mahama's journey. Now, as someone will say, why should Kwasi Ampanyi OKUDZETO ABLAKWA bring condition? Because you are the foreign affairs minister. You know the state of the jet of the presidency. You know. Adenti a unkan sinipi na mom no. Obeka atre say if there you are the foreign minister, you are the one who organized the journeys of the president. Everything is in your control. And Adentia, how you were harsh on Nanado then. Why are you not the same way harsh on John Mahama today? Let's say you're doing something for your personal purpose. Let's say you are doing it just for the purpose of your party, not for the country, as you said. Now, what the yento asunenko yanim. Na memfa different issue be emrosisia. Mamimfa different issue be merosisia. Mahama is very wicked and evil. Look at how your own people have left out of the country and you don't care about them. But you are going for American refugees. Are you serious? Mame, Adena Kwawe is very dangerous. So to bring in Sabio, deportees, you know, a very crime because deportees are normally criminals. Abrofu kurenti mian konteni omu krom. Na wo OKUDZETO ABLAKWA. Wo nyankopon hatasoro oni obedi ne ye pa. Na abusia yadru haidie yentie John Mahama.
When we were looking for your votes, President Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, said, we shall open the opportunities of this country to all Ghanaians, irrespective of your party or your ethnic affiliation. Do you remember he said that? So we did the revolution and he came to power. Now that the pigs are enjoying, they say some Ghanaians are more Ghanaian than others.
And now John Mahama and Nkrofo enjoy, you know. Omo will say Ghana for we are different. And this is for Mahama who here say better private jet for the amount because no ye more Ghanaian than Nanado than Akufo-Addo. OKUDZETO ABLAKWA Yankopon on for bonne on chow. Oma mini baby. Yankopon and a bit yawoka. Abusha Yanto asuna yewura na yenti OKUDZETO ABLAKWA ni state press no command in no. Na Yanto aso.
It gives all of us sleepless nights. It is an existential threat we face. And if we don't deal with it boldly and ruthlessly, we are virtually on a suicidal path. And the little we can do as foreign ministry, making sure that at least we stop suspicious characters from coming in, we are doing that. Of course, we are not responsible for going into the field and removing those who are engaged in that. We have other ministries who are capable and competent in dealing with the ground menace.
OKUDZETO ABLAKWA say galamsey hard but no as a foreign minister na any do to say obekwa bontre no akokoko e de atia galamsey OKUDZETO o ma mi ba bi wate nipa bone ubewu ntem OKUDZETO ubewu ntem ewu obefa wo ntem ene de o se de enye foreign minister na o so nteki on siki to cure the galamsey canker oku yankopon for born in chow momento ado.
Then I come to Our Lady from Despite Salamatu, who is asking if the courtesies and privileges due the former president and the former vice president, if they are intact. I can confirm to you all courtesies and so it will not be an affront to them. It will be an affront to the image of our country. So that circular is in force, and I can confirm that it's being used. Only Manson called me of our country, and when it comes to certain matters, we have to put aside needless, petty politicking. Then Patrick Ashford Buedu is asking the state of the presidential jet. The presidential jet, the last briefing we had in cabinet is that it is still being serviced in France. As the president has explained to the public, it went for routine servicing, and it was discovered that there was massive corrosion. I think that the late defense minister was also in parliament to provide details, and that massive corrosion has led to a very long delay in the servicing of the presidential jet.
But OKUDZETO ABLAKWA opposition, he never believed, we said the private jet have a corrosion. OKUDZETO, we nipa bone, Nyankopon ebetua woka, atua ubiem wo ene wasefo nyina. Abusiafo ma biefo last na tum, utimi frɛ na wachire wadwe. Eha Ras Media GH. Mesro say one subscribe ya subscribe. Best wa subscribe a emfa won sense subscription button no so. Yes sir, you have automatically unsubscribed. It happen enra me who say many people unsubscribed, but you do say you're more fault because maybe somebody feel say he has not subscribed. Into no maswa, na say who you ho afrim. Into mesro wa say one subscribe ya no subscribe. What subscribe so a message for say adoma no so na beka abusuakuo no ho said ye be ya ye ba life wa obenya nkai bo say aba na wabeka ye ho na ye no nyina adi dwumadie no said ye say na efata abusua message say o fra na we keep ne short yenye 5 minutes na enemy wo baby echo after that I have to do something obvious yes me wo baby ko me bibi wo fie. So yeah, the message say a them so also to me afre na wachre wadwe.
Also ask that how will President Mahama be traveling? President Mahama has not complained about commercial travels. I have seen some people say, oh, President Mahama spent 22 hours in Dubai, and they blame me for that. I saw a colleague of yours apologizing to President Mahama. That is because of me. That if President Mahama had his own way, he would have chartered a luxury jet. But because I'm foreign minister, he cannot do that. That is so unfair to President Mahama. That was just propaganda. It is not true. No president will be allowed to be stranded at an airport. Let us get serious and stop this childish propaganda. We have a consulate in Dubai. We have a full mission in UAE. I mean, you think that foreign service officials there will keep their job? If it comes to my attention that the commander-in-chief, our president, was allowed to be stranded at an airport in Dubai because he couldn't charter a jet, please, let's credit the Ghanaian people with some discernment and some modicum of wisdom. It's just propaganda. Some people clearly want to justify certain actions of the past and whitewash. I still maintain that when our presidential jet is in good condition, in pristine condition, let me use the word which has become very famous. People speak as though I created that word. When our presidential jet is in pristine condition, it is not right to be chartering £18,000, $20,000 an hour.
Yes, I do more. Be fra no what fan because some media Mr. Clear. Because my can't say, "Who ma want to step 5 minutes?" Me so 5 minutes to be only about what the mammy and so me.
Matoas, yeah.
It is so be fra fan. Now we are no what friend.
No, be o se kuro be en frɛ nto betumi akasa.
Yo, me samafo.
Mame.
Dia wo boy nyina me tie nyame unhraw.
Me da se mame.
Na unhra wo ne wo yam manyina generation to be born. Yet that was so we fight juma enya adage eba na wo betena fie na wo dan Ghana said the etie. Mr. Mafo, Mechia what you for you
at you for Joseph.
Say, Obi show in what Ghana. On front target Ghana from penny for Ghana a handful. Ghana a sofo. Yena namu a kukudam. A sofo a kukudama or more Ghana. Mechia woman. Me ma good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Mr. Mafo, na ye Susana na empanifo kan asem bi say. Se wo hu nsa hokora e na wo ni panyine ye den. Edidie. But as gradually as time goes by a meaning no. This generation no me who say empanifo no mo di hamo.
Sir.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Mafo. Omodi hamo. Busa me father.
In fact, I didn't hear.
Mr. Mafo shebibi. Na de yesu sano. Uma mi to make a show. And I will put to make a show say, hey, akola hey. Who ofani o? Dinachi fa buoma no finance na fa adwene to na fa buoma no. Na da chen wo kono oja wo bibia. Ana oja wo japade bia somboa. What to me? Asha so edi ayeden edi amano eno musa de ebetali eche say akura wonim ni nsa hokoro no onim panifo ne didie but it's not like that Mr. Mafo ejapadia na omo dawa ejapadia no enye ewiase ahodi o
yeah
say we ya panyini na wo jame ewiase ahodi na wo fa wisdom anka ho a bubu a so wo din so bekata.
Of course.
Because we be kura me, we be Japadia na amame. We be kura me, we be dada me. What shall me say? Mafo, yeni say. Akosi, yeni say. Ya, yeni say. Akuya, yeni say. Ama, yeni say. So what you say?
Yes.
So wisdom no any Japadia would be a day.
Yeah.
Nessa we yemi who the biala. Ejapadia na wo de man and some people who bra.
Yeah, of course, and they automatic.
Na wonim ba bia Ghana for ahemfuni binom menka so mu nyina. Ene asofo no mu binom. Etumi ama mahama oye de oye wonim adekontra.
Titimi mu ye.
Because Mr. Mafo wo mo nje ye japade. Wo mo ni munyamon, o mo ni munyamon, o mu poton ma mahama with envelope. Enti so what yes so what you were hene so what said that it doesn't matter na nyam anase ni bia wo wona mahama ban na nimu no na obetacha ne say obeye press opeso obabiem na obeye wei na empanifo na omukuta the most greater wisdom
yeah
yam kola na free say omu boy ho ban na so say na yada na ye na ye den na bua pontana sankrofo no emu ba kokura ni otumi tu mahama fo say there be uba galamsey there what the kan akasa wo baba be boa ye o man to me am fagan stand to one kan che mahama say amamu ye wo bebue wo baba ku koi anya ye nsisi ade ye sraw dwene chirima ho na dwene generation to be born empanifo we antumi antu mahama fo asofo we antumi ankasa ankyere mahama ebidi wo mo nsa kogu no so ka kyerɛ Ghana fo tinamfo sɛ onyame ensa wɔ no so na onyame sɛ ɔno ne yɛmfa no mmra hwɛ asam boldly ɛwɔ wɔ fidie so ka kyerɛ Nyankopɔn ne onyame sɛ so woman pa awurade atɔ no woman pa na na do akyɛwa ɔwo omo beko the most critical difficulty with this man na omo de na power no because Mr. Mafo
amen
opanyini wutre akora no kwan
yes
and na mom anyera
yeah
but mo ko tom ni mo nyam
yes
abrani wo se mo protecting chirima e ma sa akwa wo yi wasiampanyi wo ye friend John Darada Mahama mo ko tom ni mo nyam and my politicians Abraneta was some protect ye, mo protect ye in Chilimano, and ye Simano, mo protect yano. And then because of every people would different John Galagama Hammer on. Someone was up a siak one. I put this and then anyone to put the fufu and in that fufu would yes to what triggers na apron. No pasiadia mahama or yellow mano.
Yentubia
Can say or henny and now Pamina would do a minimum. No one protecting and filter. I'm not Bruno. Mahama said, I said, man, I would me a coca.
When an waka.
We are so not who catch lay say, Mahama be yet a padia mayen. And now all best sour man, or but you a man of fin and not do some. Say, Mr. Mafo, my friend is one I'm in Bremer Chicacra. Now don't risk it life. Or your dead risk factor, or your near the break of the school, police, we your soldier, whatever position you hold in Ghana, count yourself as such. You should be ashamed of yourself. Because when to me and forward come aunt to one protect a woman, when to me and you know what's a Bama could do for no one can't don't drama Mahama said, woman will need break at the Sadia and him for no amount to me and protect it in Chirima. Asafunan to me and protecting in Chirima just simply because he's calling the name of God.
Yeah.
Abranye Medina will born. And see what come area one no. Because the Namibia, Ghana is a Christian country. We are more and a mumu go. And in front of you say, and Cassan sleeping and money ya. Na the waja any woman na me the money tie be mamu mo one say mpanifo mo disappointing chirima no na se wonam down your head in shame because you say mpanifo de mo and na mukuta wisdom no where is the wisdom and mpanifo ye become wisdom na mukuta na nka mo de be dada ye nkola no mo de be yen na ye de bia ja mo na kanso no e wo hene
ya ton
mo de ma akwa funwe kwasi ampani no abegina ho no ka kire Ghana for fair ma obi ankasa I'm sending this question to Ghanaian citizen. Are you stupid? No? Stupid now, catch your Dr. Mahmoud Bawumiano. Are you stupid, Mahama? Huh? Pigs now, catch your another say. This pigs, no. Are you a pig, Mahama? You and your appointees, the pig people like you.
Very disgraceful person.
OKUDZETO ABLAKWA, to me the nanado, to risk you as a president. Or to kwaya na ne yamu because the
information you go about
the public anda na muya papa ne sa OKUDZETO ABLAKWA you pray I swear to God now one cinema generation to be born they will suffer avatar so ukune OKUDZETO ABLAKWA
yeah
avatar
alien and avatar
Earlier and avatar, we are stupid woman, we know bad time. To work you see every successful of a man, there is a woman behind.
Yes.
And every successful of a woman, there is a man behind. Mamuntna ho, na Ghana for ene, muti ho, ama mkure school abo womu. Muti ho, ema akure binim die, ayeden abo womu. Because of mo mpanimfo a yedi yani to mo so mo ahemfo mo asofo Ghanafo mo te ho hwe mo ma me nka me benkyere mo so wo ko wura sofo bi dem a do not think say wo ko so nyame o wo ye sof wo ye nipa dasani ti se me na wo ko puro obi asori dem a enkoye wadwere say wo ko so nyame but Nyame na wo kwaso no mane free wakomam mane nkwa straight to God enye sofo na wo kwaso no because sofo no onfa wo number 1 wo ye odwan e ni dem ho number 2 ebi ye mponche number 3 ebi ye nkukọ number 4 ebi ye ananchie number 5 ebi ye krokokoko abo bi a wo free say wo sofo no kante wo so ye no Because it took 4 years, almost and the politicians, because the moment that we will say politicians be a cost to be done, or the envelope for mono. No, what to me, what Daniel Solomon said, Muntuman department, Ghana for wake up, Munyane, not da Munyane, Sapepe Penetia. I suffer, I am for offer, Nana, or Hima, what do you have more? Ghana, at the jack, or Jimmy for be a friend of John Dramani Mahama, or be on to me. Not from when you yam kakaway, not from wisdom, a more do. Nature Branny at the Amakwas, the Ampany. I want to make sure catch them say, my first school guitar. I cannot make a decision for myself. No more. Mushroom and pneumonia, more dignity, mushroom. It's in a money now.
I can't tum.
Yet the solid tape, any glue, I can't tum because what Tom and pneumonia at the Amaquaxiana was here, friend John Dramani Mahama. It won't to mean Cassa. And Nayere. Ghana for Musantiaway. Nana do catch them say, Mama yes, National Cathedral. And more woman in our society, Papano. And more woman, more room. Omuba Bebe society, Papana say, a commodity. Not Obiso or Yeding, Obisi Cathedral. I said, Mom, someone in our moving margin, more society, National Cathedral. Don't so much meeting. Mahama in the year by you within 9 months, almost see a solid back 10. Yeah, master for Wengam.
Almost also could have an appointment to a Gimpa.
Yeah, almost see, not if the Samu Ghana and now what say Cathedral say. Cathedral meant for you, it meant for Mr. Marco, it meant for everybody. And Obia, we are to be to me power of a bonfire or qua box or the Sikatuma, maybe call Cologne, Mako Cologne, Nina, me work cathedral, me Pia, me Chiaka, me Chia, Mako, a Barcelona, Cathedral, Bia, me Chia. Me the South say, some support Nanado, and what to me, we are Cathedral, we are. Sika Mahama did every year, sir. I saw it that way. One in the year and the strike at Casabota, yet dear see why I saw Coco Gomono. The twice a croco, double tono. One, to me see a solid funny shame, and yet be a edema, assemblies of God. A Brasicama will be saying, it's a the same amount, and I lady, yeah, Pediade, I cathedral.
Yeah.
So Munina Zikumano. And to me for a mani more mubimo. Munina Makatamano and a Mahama Abamo. What two football a woman? So what ye journalists, let's a wood to a manimu. Now you are in support of Mahama. Yame on foul bonning show. Who call Unanima Bompa serious because Nanado, the God of Nanado will never forgive you. Semi Katsam say, Cathedral Namudima no Kakano, I can tell you what Bamamo. Me, I never know and you obey or you Juni and the class asking with some information you know who that Pablo.
Yeah, me can pass all country them. Can pass all country them.
You didn't catch me. Ghana for Makatria Munya. Some of whom, and there is more to come. Mahama on real, there's a much pro. Now the budget be beer. And then no crow no sense when a wood channel, a bonia, a wood so, and a Mahama de Mamma. With 9 months, what the petrol saying?
Hey, okay, to me kind 3 or 4 times in here.
What can you say? Electricity, what you say?
Baby,
uncountable.
Yeah.
Someone with Jimmy. Nana to foul or yamu, MPP are buying foul yamu. Dead restructure. A dear Ben, or more year way, Nana do begina bonte catch them say, I can save the economy, but I cannot bring a human to life. What do you think the man was telling you?
Sensible. He was telling you that.
Yo. Na all can crack them. A Brian went to me, and
Yeah. Of course. They were fixing everything before they left.
Yo, Cecia, Sana Muslim Nana do on your Mahama, what do you, Mahama, who's on the DMA ray? Every day, I will see us for Mumma, Mahama, and so no DMA day. Yes, sir, because M54, yes, Cecia and Tawan to think it to and them. But when it comes to wisdom, and I yourself only party through beer, or what I'm when it comes to how to spend the money, over to me, and been Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Baumia, because all your economists, over to me, I should be beer so. I'm a near beer, a potema, Yanusama Mahmoud your mother. Dia na do ni MPP about to go home omo be wi anoma ye den because ya papa ko for time no omo ye the same thing. So this one will make difference to me because makofa ambroba na mo de na betna so makofa ayi Mr. Red Tramon okay alcoholic
why le
mo de na betna so bibia no omo bi mo hia mo no otumi gina ha ka kire mo say galamsey ni de ye best stop na enya nu danger ye best stop ensio kura wo banum kura wo nya dai wo nya bi no wanom wo batina wa ma wo kidney and wo liver asai just because wo ton wani mo nya wo yo hina wo ton wo fa asemo wo ton wo nanana mo wo ton that thing wo ma ani mo nya e de ma kwasi ampani ni wo kwasi ampani ni e fa ni John Garaga Mahama no wo ton wani mo nya e de ye den e de ma because meanwhile akwa kwasi no the basement no see e fra no Kevin Taylor no to me that damo e de ma Mahama OKUDZETO ABLAKWA some judge na bwana na no se tumu kwakobo no sami jansi omo nyina bedadam e ma mu gidie na me feel say ene date eye 15th but date to was that bia no wusa koto abadema NDC for dia na usujimi for dia mi hu bi wo wiase da sa wo yo hene na that bi wo ma NDC ni sa di envelope bedada wo dia na usujimi for a wo yo hene de mi hu bi da mutna wo ma na nado ma hene papa ya wo se e ma tongi na nado ma ye o se e ma pieto na nado ma hena wo to atopa wo stage so na nado ma hena ni wo fi sefa mudwan a won se wo hene to me the traba e be to muntam we bruni na we years so wo trafe ye nyina ya wale ye ho
of course
yenina ya wale ye ho me ka ba bia me kunu free kirewa wo be shoko na so yenina ye ya kanfo
yeah
so what ya fe ebono asante infante aka obi oka kasa no yenina no akontuo ene ntokwa tete ntokwa no ene ma ye tutuye ayi apemfo efra kamen pawufo efra kamen yenina ye baako
ahantafo
but ahantafo mutna ho ema nanadoma wo ya na no nsuo te se enwa nanadoma wonnim se de kasa o public ne katrema te se 100 people tank mutna ho wo ye doma ni na ba fidie so me du watama nkasa because ma dwene no etimi mo dada mo ana mo osori a wo do tufuo ni mututu wo nanadoma hene wutupene na no otumfo wutupene no ni nua ba wu ni maame awu ni nua ba wu na wote ho na wote ayisikadwa kofi wo kansam fo esa de fa sika kofi ho Sagana for so we yan kan we ya yibeni we ya pante we ya dagomba we ya sisala we ya dagate mo nhwe nyansa na motena ho e ma politician kwasiafo we e de a ebintumi nko mukrom obi te say am somani babe waka kan na le hwa aye kase wona ha mo wontumi enko babia na nka mo ya ka say parliament isimfo nko no go parliament wo mutumi nti mukuro we anhyete mamufo mutumi ama mukuro mufo akoda ne wufudi e wo baabi na mama kwase mahama no eji fufura so de eden e di aba mama mu ho wo mo de omo ba no so mo ya krofo so mo ya wudifo so mo ya mo na atofo mo be de no mahunu sepia fight mo be de no mahunu enam say mahama de wenyina wo hu bident no enfa no sika kakra ya de be mahama the most greedy president I've ever known in the world mahama what the mo life and to danger monsuonom what the mo kidney and mo liver and to danger and what self ko fa rapist dancers and in omo bom krom ho so one now for and mo penifo na mo to wan ko mo be nchirima no mo di nchirima life to danger mo ko to dwani mo a mo srem paibo no nyame emfa mo bone ncham na asase na mo na mo so no na nanu mo bosom na nanu mo nsamanfo ewie mo tonfo mo wo Ghana wo mo hwe mo sampanifo ni nyina it will come a time mo be patcho na so na fa receiving of begging no na ni ho mamu mu nyina me samafo
mama
me da wase pa nyame nshira
wo so nka wo bye bye mama Esther
bye
ya mama Esther na ye tene nka no ai mama Esther do fra mama Esther to be can send be ya me sere sanso me tumi nsere mama ya ma me mo akwa ba Okase bi ya me sere sha so ntumi nsere na ma yedi
ba da na wase yo me pa cho mi tia obiara
atiefo
ya so ma da na de papa oye hawo kaka
bebre
o sande yensu be nsu be ni na resei
yeah
o be to the central region almost yensu ni fa fi konya akodam no mu na orba orokọ bosom nsu biara ni ho nti fre na bisa wasi bura na woresaw ndamo tete dam ne ba yarba bebre na after nsu gbogbo na typhoid cholera na nyamanyama nyinara aba ye yale mu ye nyima ye de bo hwe ye no ni ye nyama ye de basa yarba papa mama wasam ya ika de se woja eyi na woja gold nutu a obokọ fom anka ni ye nipa ne nkwa hia o sika ne hia dam na owodo panyin na ido manya no eka de se woja ya mo wa ya na sika no bokọ fom nti sika no hia wo kyan nipa na yegu amanimu nti pede ye nyina yewu no wo na webusuafo mutu sika na moton na mudi iye panyin wo kasa bi wo ho asabi aye oka na ama aye eyi kakra hwa wala wo abua no ho wala wa pemu hwa asem esu o mankrofo kogu abejan Ivory Coast ho bebi na wo redi wo rusu no worry about America, Babaji was one of my cracky, almost 50 something state cross Ghana, Bembe Basan. One went to and keep the mini panoha. What one call Chroma was one Joanna. If I didn't know the record, you know, well, Nama Waya home. And so what's one chrome, were by young Donkofu, ma and Donkofu, Wabasha one do. The man entertaining Nigeria, fear Waka, the son of Wow. Emebu ya wo campaign no sadinti wa asama ba na ebu onye egudo Ghana fo mu ehu wa ka kira mo na manti no ya me ya wo de ibi ba san obiara sese nsu yo mbe ya wo ken no asemi nya mpipi nyin kotin na nsu komedin no nya dis nyin nsu kotin na nsu komedin ma or kwado wa ma Ghana no wo de ye mpanyifo ne ayemfo no so wo so no wakasa Christian Council na wona wakaka na asofo mpimpi nti moto wa madam kasi ama ma ka kira mo de woja gold nutua wonya sika anya bia de misika no rutun odehwe school fun announce school fun say wa ama percentage a obaji wo school achacha funu we tu awon ka se ni nyina da chi mpo no ore ya no mama school fu asitena mi ye edwuma fu edwuma mi ye da se no atu ni pem na aboa ni nti se wanya nsu ni bi anto mo ba ko topia water ana wa anu ana bottle water bi wa anu ma water no water abata rusu ne se so rusu obi orusu amrachi no wakedi ni gwa no wanya bi abotwe ba judo so amrachi kechuma akohwehwe nsu ansa no wakedi gwa eba di nti na abo won na etu ahun su yi owura mama embra so awo de mpanyinfo a wɔn men wɔka wɔn ho ɔdu dɛ wɔsi sɛ osika na ade wɔn cars na ade wɔde ama yɛn ale mpanyinfo na ɔwɔ dɛ wɔgyina no wɔkasa nti wɔn nyinaa wɔatɔ mu na do ne time a nti asɔfo no nyinaa wɔada politicians yɛayɛfo nyinaa wɔayɛ politicians wɔre yan 2017 da membri na mmɔfra wɔkɔ sukuu wɔn na ano wɔanya agye afi wɔrusu yɛrehwɛ yɛn ahemfo na yɛn asɔfo mpanyinfo a wɔbɔ ɔman no mu na wɔaka wasam wada cho sande da masa asina bebre wo wa nyo man ni da aya himfo no mo da ina wetu ni nyina poti na won fa ya hwe ma krona na mpa mala mutima mo god mpo mo abrabo ya okawo I krona wo tu ade no fim wode konala mpo mo abrabo oye kawo bebre sami je mfigina ho ema wode da na do oye state of emergency didende ibe ya worutu onu state of emergency ni hu abrante ade de mo bo mpai de 2028 nyama be ye na mbo mansan wo botu ugbo wie oruntu na nam ontena ho na mo otu ade bia wonka na won fan kire na wa ma Ghana asetena aye hawan kasa Ghana asetena aye hawan kasa wambri mu na binum soye na me wona wo soye na bia wan wo ska ma ya didi wo botum wa akotobi na onya obiara na obotum anyi ska na wa akotobi ya toto yisra ye mpanyinfo ya na ahemfo ya na asofo mpanyin na kakrama wo nyina wo ka do oreba na wa be ye ni ye bra na do ho no wo ka kire no won ka ndamara so mfa kire mama mo ntum onfo ma no nkonanyim owura madasi
medanso asi bebire mama nyame nka ho
baba
bye mama enemy mama yesterday me ba life no man hu I don't know what to happen to me because they are always here to work and to call with me. Yes, yeah, mama phone ya to mu nyina omonka obi a che na adwen kama. So am say me de mo besia betansa me de mo besia no mechia atiefo nyina. Wunya subscribe ya meso subscribe. So what subscribe a emfa won sense subscription button no so because yes sir automatically unsubscribe na so what's na you ho afri channel no so. Into what subscribe dada emfa won sense so but won subscribe da fa won sense subscription button no so na ma won sa enkwa adoma no so say da be ya me ba life wa ana me the video tuma obenya nkai bo se maba na obeka me ho na wabehwe video no bi anas wabeka Ras Media abusuankuo no eho me da abusuanfo ena adofo nyina ase da me nwa were son asamani ase o se ofamafo without humans what is the use of money? This is the message that we have to send to Mahama. We are song as someone be more say ofamafo greetings to you. Me patient and so say good evening to you. Me say Mahama is very wicked and evil. Look at how your own people have left out the country and you don't care about them, but you're going for American refugees. Are you serious at all as a president? I completely agree with you, Mamiama. Mamiama said there are the people Mahama has set them free from the prison because promises or bar more to get them say obey your bonten. It Mamiama said the presidential pardon or the man prisoners, according to her, these are men no more get them say Mahama more freedom so more. Mamma Elizabeth chance good evening to everybody, Mamma Mwakwaba. Iya panyina kwasi Asamoah mechiao yepa afuro papa bi mechiao Kofi Frank good evening so mechiao yepa Gap Media with us so high you will see me so Mahama is the only president who deliberately adopted hatred of insult ever. That is true. Video be a boy or friend people for pics. So how can you? Mama say after saying all this, what are you doing about it now? Yeah. In your opinion, the NDC party is a library of lies. Library of liars. And Miriam Samorokuno say Ablakwa guy only gets sense when he was in opposition. Yeah. Mimi about Paulina, I'm choosing good even Ras Media. It is possible, inshallah. It is so possible. Dollar man say John Mahama Ofui, aka Bolly India mean. Is more than Bolly India mean. Mami Viam Kuma so was Afro. Now me acquire Afro Papa B. Say blessing and good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Mimi Evans Sankama, I was a fantastic job, bro. You're welcome, Evans. And Mimi Evans Jaben, the Mwakwa year pa. I want to say Mimi Kakari TV so HM year. So good evening to everyone. Please share and like. Kakari TV, me chia year pa. And Kadunsia, me chia was year pa. Me mami no leader nyako me chia year pa. Dabre Freeman, me chia was year pa. Me mami Esther Kebari, mami mi ababa akope me chia was year pa. And I mean upon you kwesi asamoah me so me chia. Abusiam for ye de wo besi ha. Diana Rivers, na no me fro phone so amfa. Me chia. Dollar say me chia. Tommy Steckel Tommy, Michao Abenatis, Michao Kedu Michao, and then Kai for Grace Donko Michao, and I'm only than your console Michao. Mamma Vivian Kuma, Michao Yepa, thank you for being here. Abuja for me church, Munya Damunia Cinema, but I made Obesia no change Uncle Pompa, Bressa say, Asayashia, Mekan for Gap Media, Ediamo, YouTube, any TikTok, Sasha Kakari TV on YouTube and Facebook SKB TV1. But I'm going to say, and to meet again, Abushai. Adios.